Hey everyone, Kane here, and in this video we're gonna talk about one of the newer artifacts released, Ice Rivet. Now this artifact is free to play, requires free materials, and let's just check what the ability does, whether it's useful, and whether you should upgrade it. The thing is, most people in the very old servers will have enough materials to level it up anyway and test it, but people like me who still have a lot of other artifacts, even free ones to upgrade, this information I suppose could potentially be useful for an average player. So, the ability of or rather, 1-star bonus gains the ability Ice Rivet, allowing the hero to place an Ice Rivet in 3 zones lasting 15 seconds. So basically, this is something like Teadrin's ability to place those circles on the ground, which does like a little bit of a damage, but this one is strictly just for a debuff and a potential freeze or stun. So they will suffer a frost debuff immediately, plus an additional frost debuff every 5 seconds. So instantly gives a frost debuff plus 3 more because it is 15 seconds unless it counts that 5 at the beginning only, and it doesn't count the one in the end. So it's either 3 or 4 frost debuffs along with this entire ability at the moment. And it says, one moment, a 3-star enemy units taking 5 frost tags suffer freeze for 3 seconds. Each successive freeze inflicted by Ice Rivet on an enemy in the course of a battle loses 1 second duration down to a minimum of 1 second. So basically, if you get 5 frost tags from this artifact, you have a pretty decent freeze for 3 seconds, which is like a stun. They cannot cast, they cannot move. The thing is, at 3-star, they give you, or rather say you need 5 stacks, right? But the ability itself is only able to give 3 or 4 frost debuffs at 1 or 2-star. Because basically this one, as again it says, places in 3 zones, any nearby non-dragon will immediately suffer a frost debuff plus an additional one every 5 seconds. The ability is 15, so you can add 1 plus 3 equals 4 if it's 4. So basically this 3-star ability is voided and it's useless, unless of course it takes the freeze from Avril, it takes the freeze from Dragon, then potentially it could work out. And by Dragon, I mean Azure Dragon's abilities. So then it would have some sort of potential. The 2-star is just an upgrade a little bit to the debuff. 4-star, Frost Amplification, crit rate reduced by additional 4.5% per stack. Which I suppose is pretty good depending how it's calculated. Attack speed and movement speed also decreased, or rather increased, or decreased on the enemy, or whatever. And 5-star Ice Rivet inflicts 1 frost debuff every 3 seconds over a 20% wider radius. Basically, what this means is it is able to grant you 5 frost debuffs over the course of the entire ability cast, right? So if we divide 15 by 3, that's 5 stacks. And this 5-star ability, or rather 5-star artifact, unlocks the 3-star, which then you can actually freeze the enemy. So basically, this artifact becomes usable only at 5-star, and for people like me who are slowly upgrading artifacts, like I think today or yesterday finished Spirit Scepter to 5-star, and I was upgrading it for like literally a month and a half, like little by little. So having something like Ice Rivet being useless for me for like a month and a half, like 2 months slowly upgrading, is quite harsh if I do require any other artifacts wherever they may be. And also, regarding this ability being a cast ability, and you wouldn't really put this ability on any of your core heroes, you have the potential to lose it from a support hero by random stuff killing the support hero, or Rufio just randomly scratching that hero and it dying, and all of those kinds of things. So, but majority of your investment in some PvP cases would actually be voided, and majority of the time this ability is only really used in PvP, or would be used in PvP. So there are very small niches where this artifact in general would be useful to you. Basically, what I would suggest people is, if you have, let's say, Tempering Charm, if you have Mystic Scepter, if you have a Ring of Ragnar, where are the other artifacts? Sacred Wings is one that is also required. Leo's Pride, Astrarian Fati, Valkyrie's Banner, right? Sunflare is okay at 4-star. This also 4-star. Then Manalock Codex or Malinok Codex, 5-star. And potentially Crossbow of Vengeance. Like if you have these 5-star, then you can potentially try out something like this. But personally, I don't think I find myself upgrading this anytime soon. The thing is, I want this. I think 5-star for, I kind of want to use it on Saizo because I don't have a 5-star premium for him, and likely I won't have it for a very long time. Or just go for some tanky artifacts like Vine Shield for one of my Glads, which I will try to put in the front, as well as upgrading a couple of the premium ones, or even 5-star the Mask of Abyss, which is also a sort of a requirement if you're using ranged units, because this kind of helps them to stay alive. So in that sort of sense, there are a lot, and I do mean a lot of other free artifacts that you could upgrade, and they would pose passive bonuses towards your entire field, already upgrading your usual DPS, or your DPS to perform better, survive better, do more damage, tank better, all of those kinds of things, instead of having a cast ability which you would put on a support hero, which you can even lose during a fight, because it's not going to be one of your first abilities that you would be casting even. That means you're gonna save it for like fourth, fifth, maybe sixth ability cast. That's like 20 to 30 seconds you're leaving for the enemy to maybe not kill the hero you have this on. So it's there are nuances like that where likely you're not going to be casting this either way. So basically, this was just my opinion, and honestly, I wouldn't really suggest for people to focus this unless you have all of the other artifacts I mentioned upgraded, because those do pose a better value towards your account, towards overall usefulness in terms of events, PvP, all that kind of stuff. Because again, that ability is very niche. It's only or mainly PvP, and you're not going to be casting it first, and that means like the resources you're going to be spending would almost be useless to you for quite a while, and even not even used in some of the fights as well. Anyways, again, that was just my thoughts. Do let me know in the comments down below if you had it, if you used it, how powerful it was, or if it was just a waste of your resources. Anyways, that's pretty much it. If you did enjoy the video, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. Thanks for watching, take care, and stay safe out there.